Dan Le Batard is saying you basically have a problem with Jemelle Hill and not me.
I got in trouble all the time because I was always saying at ESPN microphones while taking ESPN's money that ESPN should be covered the way it covers others, and it's a real blind spot at the network that it doesn't. But I understand why he would arrive at this particular viewpoint. The part about this that was, to me, in the shadows and more objectionable than some of the stuff that we're talking about is his problem's not actually with me. It's with what Jemelle Hill said on our platform. And this is more complicated because I'm a much easier target for him to put a name on than going after the black female that he also respects, that he doesn't want to start that back and forth when it's easier to just frame it under me. When I didn't say the thing he objected to, which I understand why he objected.
Said one of the things that he objected to.
Well, no, I believe that what he objected to, let's play this sound from Jemelle on our show. I believe that the strongest objection by him, and I understand being insulted by this, if you're him, is one phrase in the sound we're about to play for you.
Thinking about, my situation is like they were reacting to a moment then. That moment said that people didn't want to hear any political talk, any racial talk, any social justice talk. Not that that was something Mike and I were doing every day on SportsCenter. We weren't. They let a false narrative persist about our show that people just kind of ran away with. They let the idiots in the room control the conversation. People like Clay Travis. That's what happened. And because they allowed those people to direct their course of action, they panicked. And suddenly they were very intentional about the things that they were doing in our show. They wanted black faces. They didn't want necessarily black voices. And that's how it came off, right? And so because of that, ultimately, we wound up paying the price.
Yep.
When you say the phrase black faces, not black voices, and Stephen A. Smith is still one of the black faces at ESPN, and you're suggesting that he's establishment, that you're braver than he is because he's a part of the system that wrongs people. I understand him getting bothered by that insult, but your problem's not with me, Stephen A. Smith. You should take that up with her publicly if the objection is I don't like being told that I am somebody who's kept by the company. Even as you write in your book that you wake up every day thinking of ways to make money for the company, and you're the one they throw out there when Dana White gets in trouble and they've got all sorts of conflict of interest and they need somebody to give a voice to something, and you talk about how you're friends with Dana White. Like your objection is not actually with me, and I would love to discuss this with him in a form that wasn't let's see who can win an argument.
You mean debate?
Yeah. Let's just talk like human beings.
You don't want to play the road game?
I'll lose the road game.
You need that home cooking?
I want to have a conversation about what's happened to sports television. Why is Skip Bayless at 70? See, this is the thing. Stephen A. respects Skip Bayless, who's a plague, because Skip Bayless gave Stephen A. the chance that he gave Shannon Sharpe to do the thing of let's do white man, black man, and we'll do the dog whistle, and sports will get dumber, and I will spend 20 years chasing LeBron, who's only the athlete of our times, who deserves all sorts of praise. I'm going to situate myself as the hater and just get somebody loud and black across from me, and we will fight. And that's what television is. And they are the number one program. But First Take went from being what I thought was an embarrassment for the company into their hood ornament. That happened in the last 15 years. Last 10 years, it went from ESPN was a certain journalistic thing, and then it became this dumber thing that has less journalism in it and has Woj now just writing for the Trailblazers.
That happened in political journalism as well, though, right? If you look at CNN, that's exactly what happened to them.
It's all ball reaction.
And listen, everybody, like, share, subscribe, comment. Let's get it, man.
All ball. We keep talking about the pettiness of this world. We've referenced Isaiah Thomas and Michael Jordan still beefing 40 years later, going crazy. It's hilarious. But now it seems like at least they don't hide it. Dan Le Batard and Stephen A. Smith have been in the media going back and forth basically now, Stephen A. Smith started off by being on his podcast and answering Dan Le Batard's questions, which he was real about it. I think you and Skip Bayless ruined sports media, basically.
That's a fact.
And Stephen
Yeah,
A. Smith,
listen, that was crazy.
Stephen A. apparently had a problem with it. He spoke about Dan Le Batard bringing it back up last week. He said his piece. Dan Le Batard struck back and basically said, you basically have a problem with Jemelle Hill and not me. Jemelle Hill said ESPN wanted black faces and not black voices. Dan Le Batard said, I can talk about ESPN because I've always spoken about them, even while I worked there. So you ain't going to stop me from doing that now. Like, you just didn't hear me because you were so loud.
And I ain't gonna lie, look, shots is crazy.
Dan Le Batard's show was fire. I like his show. But what do you think about this?
Show? Hold on. You say you like his show. What show are you talking about?
I like his show now more so than with his pops.
That shit trash. I'm sorry, man. Shit trash. Listen, man. How I feel, honestly, he's saying what everybody else been thinking and been saying forever. They just scared to say it. He's right. Stephen A. and Skip messed up sports media because it was a joke. It was pure entertainment. They got every single whatever team they picked to ever win, they was always wrong. So they clearly just made it about the back of the names on the jersey and superstars. It's evident they wasn't watching no film. They not watching no games. They not breaking it down like guys like us and everybody else that's doing a great job, who's like in love with this game. So Le Batard has a point. It's just he has the cojones to say it. You can't, if you're on the platforms, you can't say that because you're going to get fired. But we watch these networks, and it's why we not watch. People don't watch them no more. Stephen A. can say what he want about, yeah, we got the numbers and this and that. Bruh, we ain't watching y'all. I used to be faithfully watching First Take and all them guys. You couldn't pay me to watch them shows. Them shows is terrible. Why? The jig is up. It's a script. It's a script. It's literally a script. When you still saying Golden State has a chance to take it all because they got them two shooters, that's how I know you're not watching the game. Because now you're not even understanding how good other teams have gotten. So I agree with what he said. What I'm trying to figure out is with Stephen A. Smith, why are you protecting ESPN so much? Grown men over there, man. Why are you worrying about what Dan Le Batard saying about ESPN? Now y'all taking shots at each other? Listen, man, I'm being honest. You couldn't be my friend taking them shots at me like that. Dan Le Batard, yeah, it's true, but what he's saying is kind of crossing the line. My allergy is bad. But when he said, they got to get the token white guy and then get the token black guy that's loud. And listen, man, that kind of hit hard, man. Pause. Like, I'm a black man. So it's like, yeah, we know that. But to hear somebody say it, and you're not neither one of the ethnicity, like, bro, man, these dudes is, listen, they got to be careful, man. They got to be careful. These dudes is hitting below the belt. And everybody's protecting a conglomerate. I don't get it. Stephen A. Smith, if y'all doing that good, why you have to put out so much content? Why do you have to protect something that's the best? Sometimes things speak for itself. Dan Le Batard may have a point. Do I like it? No. Because like I said, they're not trying to teach us about the game. It's just entertainment, man. But the jig is up, and I love it. And it all starts with my guy. Look at the domino effect Shannon Sharp had, leaving Skip Bayless. Look at the domino effect. So that's why I told you, and I said it, and I hope you find that clip. What I said was skipping them a while ago. Hope that shit crash and burn. And look what everybody's saying now. They feel the same way I feel. So like I said, man, I love it. It's just these guys is hitting below the belt. And I think these kind of discussions need to happen off camera, behind the scenes as men. These guys shouldn't be jumping to social media and jumping to their platforms, because now it look like everybody's just clickbaiting just to get the numbers. So they all full of shit to me. But before I let you go, I don't understand why Stephen A. Smith is protecting and speaking up for people that can speak up for themselves. I don't understand.
They can't. ESPN can't speak for themselves. That's the part that I think you're right about. That's what he messed up at, because he's now a YouTuber after dissing YouTubers, after basically saying like, I got a degree, this, that, and the third, and it's like,
exactly,
you know. Remember, Stephen A. Smith's first case ever, first major as a reporter, was the Carlton Hines joint. The Carlton Hines case is his first case as a reporter.
Right.
So he went and did that for the Daily News.
Yes.
God bless the dead. And after that, remember, he covered Allen Iverson. Then he went to, you know, he rose up in ESPN by being this loudmouth guy. So everything about him, he knows what sensationalizing is all about. He's from New York City. He's a loudmouth like that. I just think he's a hypocrite, and he's still hypocritical, or he kind of like lives in hypocrisy. I just don't like that he protects the company like that. Like, that's the part that to me is just like, ESPN don't need all that. Like, he's always talking about Tom Brady. He's always about the Shield, or always about the Patriots, or whatever it was. And I don't want to, I just know what I remember, because it's back when Tom Brady and Skip Bayless was there, whatever it is. And it's like, You're a company man. You're a company man. They can fire you. You were supposedly worried about that a while ago. You can't do that. You can't, like, that's my issue with him. That's, I think, our issue with him. You can't possibly be that tough and talk like that. Talk like that. You sound terrified of your boss. Not that I never had that fear. I respect everyone the same way. He doesn't. He does not respect everyone the same way. The way you got rid of Max Kellerman,
crazy.
It's a hypocrisy. It's no matter what, at the end of the day, you didn't have a sit down with him beforehand, like, yo, I'm gonna tell them this. No way you did that. The way he goes about his shenanigans, we could tell, like, I ain't got no real respect for you. I gotta watch out for you. You a snake in the grass. So there's certain things about him, just like, I don't respect it. You just a clown. That's what you are. Now, Dan Le Batard, to me, I understand what he's saying, but at the same time, yo, dog, you a big time hypocrite. I don't want to hear that shit. I really don't. Not from you. If it wasn't for ESPN, who the hell would you be at this point on YouTube?
Exactly.
Stop it. ESPN blew up like the way.
Hey, let's keep it real. That show was trash. Fuck out of here. You and your pops, get out of here, man. And come on, man. The same entertaining that you making fun of everybody and this and that and dumbing down, y'all was doing the same shit. So get out of here, man. Come on, man.
I didn't like the show with his pops. I never liked the show with his pops. It was dry. Yeah. I don't know what people were telling me. Love them. It's like, what did you like about that show? The only reason why you knew about that show is because it was on ESPN. If it was on public access, if it was on YouTube, I would not be watching that ever. Poppy singing Biggie lyrics, whatever it was, that was mad, like, not racist, but like some shtick, fake comedy shit that I would never watch in my life.
Keep it real. Not kind of. They know what they got to do to get an audience, to get people to look and watch. Yeah, they know what. So once again, like you said, I'm sorry to cut you off. Super duper big hypocrite. Go ahead, though. I'm sorry.
So you're basically mad at Stephen A. Smith for working the game that you couldn't work. That's really what it boils down to. It's Hollywood. I keep saying it over and over again. I sound like a broken record. This is Hollywood, bro. At the end of the day, I don't care how we slice it. This is the small screen. You were on the small screen. There's a quote where I think Steve Harvey said it. I'll play that right now. So dope. He said he was standing with Denzel Washington somewhere. Everybody kept coming up to him, cracking on like, "Yo, what's up, Steve?" Give him a pat on the back. And Denzel just standing there like, "I'm gonna show you the difference between a movie star and a TV star." And when they came up, the fans started coming up to Denzel, Mr. Washington, love your work. It was no in between, none of that. It was straight salute. And that's the difference between a movie star and a TV star. And this is what happens. This is the shit show that takes place when you're a TV star. The reality TV star. There's no reality TV movies. Doesn't work for the big screen. That's the big deal. So this is the shit show, the circus you're a part of. That's like wrestling. So Dan Le Batard fronting like that. And then to throw the shade at Jemelle Hill, who I particularly, her sports takes are amazing. I love her sports takes.
Yeah,
but
she's not bad at all.
No, never was.
Yeah, man.
But when she turns it like she's super fake righteous to me, that's the part to me I just like. We need that voice, yes, but maybe not from you because you OD it. But my problem with that was, so now you throwing this shit from you to Jemelle Hill. Yo, damn, you ain't supposed to do that. You weren't supposed to do that. Let her say
you know
that.
what I know? Yeah, you know what I noticed in life? If you're in love with something or someone, just do right by it. So, you know, with Jemelle Hill, if you love sports, just cover it the correct way. That's it. Whatever's meant for you is going to happen. You don't have to, you know, go righteous and do. No, we don't have to hate. We don't have to knock nobody, do none of that. Just do what's in your heart. That's it. So I don't want to, you know, I don't get into all of that. It don't make no sense. My thing is, if you love something, it's going to show and people is going to see it. So when everybody is trying to, like I said, her takes used to be good, but it's just, yo, man, some of us go too far, man. And it's just like, yo, stick to, I don't want to say stick to sports. If you have a higher calling, then I respect that. But we can't keep tap dancing. We can't keep double dutching. 1 minute we this, 1 minute we that, one minute we complaining, 1 minute we not. Listen, man, just try to be the best sportscaster you can be and let your work speak for itself. That's it. That's it. How are we going to be sportscasters? Not saying us, but everybody. You're a sportscaster, you're a journalist, you're a psychologist, you're a coach, you're an activist. How is that possible? And then you might be a mother, a wife, a sister. How is that possible? Come on, man. Like, so, you know, big shout out to her. But I just want to hear sports, man. All this other shit, everybody throwing each other under the bus, everybody being hypocritical, everybody protecting certain things. It's weird, man. It's weird. It's weird. Go ahead. I'm sorry. It's weird.
Nah, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, that was the all ball Fabian perspective, all ball reaction. Please like, comment, subscribe. Tell us what you think in them comments. That's most important because I love the feedback. I like talking to you guys. Some of you guys are a little crazy, but we need that anyway. We need that to push the channel. So
all ball like crazy. So all the crazy ones, y'all can comment all y'all want. I'm with crazy. Let's go.